Hello and welcome, glorious people of the internet. This is Shane, and you are back on Trains with Shane. I've got a problem. I can't stop buying used locomotives off of eBay. So, what do we have? Well, I got this one in a little 4 locomotive lot on eBay that was actually posted by Trains.com. They have a gigantic inventory. They buy a lot of used lots, people selling out their old collections and stuff like that. They sell them on their website as well as on eBay. In fact, if you go into one of their eBay listings, it will often have their product SKU in there, which you can use to go to their website and find it that way if you prefer to buy directly rather than using eBay, which I do because it allows you to use a coupon code if you have one, such as Welcome 2021, which I think is a current code. It may be Welcome 21. I'll have to verify what that is, and I'll put a notation in here. Anyway, I had seen this guy here, a Bachmann Centennial unit from Seaboard Coast Lines. It's I think it's a -7, a GE-7. I thought it looked cool, and it was in a lot with 3 others, so I decided to pick this one up, and you all will see the other ones later on. So obviously it's old and used, so we'll see what we've got. I don't know if you guys can tell, but some really old tape on the bottom here. That still appears to be holding fast, so rather than force anything and breaking this plastic, we'll just gently hobby knife our way through it. Or so I thought. There we go. Right, let's get our treasure out of the box here. You didn't see that. All right, let's see what we've got. Definitely dusty and dirty. You can see the this is either sat on a display shelf or on someone's layout or something for a very long time. The colors, like this red specifically, is picking up on camera much brighter than it is. Oh yeah, she's old. Oh, interesting. Metal gears. Made by Bachmann of Hong Kong, as opposed to Bachmann China. These were manufactured first, from what I understand. The ones that are stamped Hong Kong are older than the ones stamped just China on the back. I have one other unit made by Bachmann that has these metal gears on the inside of it, and it is an F unit, and it actually runs very well. So I'm kind of hopeful for this one. We will see what happens. Looks like all wheels drive, and all wheels probably pick up power as well. So let's get this over to the test track and see what it does or does not do. Okay guys, we are over here on the test track with the Bachmann U36-B, the Centennial unit that we got from Trains.com. Let's see if it runs. Track power, rear and forward. We have light. Oh. We have life. Not bad. Let's bring it back. Doesn't want to go backwards. Let's give her a nudge. Come on. No? Let's see if she'll go back forward. Oh yeah, she goes forward. Nice. Oh, backwards. Oh my god. Here we go. Express train. Stop. Okay. Let's dial the power back down a little bit. Yeah, see, she hangs up a little bit. That's me flicking the direction control on and off. Works well under full power. And once you get it rolling, you can back the power off a little bit, but still not great. Looks like we're getting decent electrical contact because the lights seem to stay working. I think we probably just need to take this thing apart, clean it, and refresh the lubrication on it. So that's what we're going to do. I will see you guys back over on the disgusting workbench. Alright, we are back over onto the workbench with the early Bachmann U36-B U-boat. We're going to get into this thing and see if we can make it better. Looks like we just split the shell here gently. It's actually very easy to get a hold of, which is nice. Okay, there's that. Interesting chassis here. Our little motor turns. That's good. I'm not even sure how to proceed here. I've never taken one of these apart before, at least not one of these early Hong Kong units. Looks like we've got 2 screws, so that couldn't be a bad place to start. But before we do, let's just try to put some power to it. If you guys have seen from my previous videos, I've got a pretty good old school DC. Oh yeah, whoa, hello. Very responsive. Wow, okay, well, let's back down the power a little bit. I was probably at about 70%. Let's back it down to around 40%. Granted, we're touching it with the tips of these almost non-existent wires here. Well, it seems to not work bad. So, what we can probably get away with, I'm going to see if I can get this top off anyway. See if we can get some lubrication down into the worm gear assembly. Our commutator is a little bit dirty. I might try to sneak a Q-tip in there. Our metal gears here are very clean and shiny. Our contacts in here all look good. Let's take baby steps. We don't need to throw the baby out with the bathwater. I'm not sure if this will even get down in there. It's a tiny little motor. Yeah, I can't even get to the commutator on that side. Probably can't on this side either. What do we do, guys? I don't have a fiberglass pencil. I don't think I have an eraser small enough to get in there either. Let me pause here and see what I can come up with. Alright guys, I have an old mechanical pencil that I've had for, probably longer than some of our viewers have been alive. It has an eraser, a small one. So, actually I still don't think I can. And that is being blocked by the front frame of the engine itself. Let's see here. Possibly one of these little Tamiya, at least I think they're Tamiya model sticks that I can get in there with. That is not coming out great. Well, judging from the gunk we're ending up with on our little thing here, we are making a tiny bit of a difference. Let me see if I have some more of these, or see if I can wipe the gunk out of this one here real quick. I've got some paper towels over here. Hope I can't wipe the gunk out of it. Stand by, guys. I'm going to see if I can find where I have this pack of these somewhere. Guys, never get rid of anything. Here they are. I was using these for model building. If I remember right, I used them on a model of the battleship Arizona. And these were only a buck or two for the entire pack. I suspect they're not made by Tamiya, they're made by Microbrush. Pretty sure I picked these up at a Hobby Lobby. Okay, now let's see if we can get in here. and carefully take the top of this shell off. This was not... a little apprehensive here. Looks like something wants to wiggle in here, and I really don't want to bust this thing apart. I want to see if I can give it a gentle bit of persuasion. Yeah, looks like I can. I can get enough clearance to sneak some grease in here, so that's what we're going to do. Alright guys, let's see if I can not fudge this up. One side down. Can't believe I got that in there. Right, let's reassemble here. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed with the construction of this little unit. Not as impressed with my inability to get this screw going. There it goes. Okay, snugged. Get that junk out of here. See, kids, we used to use these back before we could tell our phone to send messages to people. Should we? Yeah, I think we should. Let's put a tiny bit of the grease in here. I want to use grease instead of oil because we're dealing with metal parts here. We do not need a ton of it. Let's get our transformer over here, turn that back on. Just put it on a low setting to see if we can spread this grease around. What have we done, guys? Have we gone backwards? Did I tighten these screws down too tight? I noticed they were in there fairly loose. I snugged them. Run them back a half a turn and see. Let's power this up. We are getting light. Did we toast this motor? I wish I knew the electrical path here. Guys, we've gone backwards. What did we do? Yeah, let's get in here and go to the heart of the matter. This will either work or it won't. Well, let's go backwards. We're getting power. It doesn't transfer that power up through the worm gears. We must have messed something up when we reassembled it. Has to be in this center section right here, although I'm not sure how. This kind of slides back and forth a little bit. I have a tab on the bottom here. Let's try to go sideways on this. So we get a little turn out of the motor there. I don't know, I may have to look up a breakdown of this. I really don't want to pull this thing apart, but carefully, guys, carefully. Here I was all marveling at how great the assembly of this thing was, and we just ham-fisted it into not working. Oh great. A little piece of insulation came off here. Wonder if that belongs there. Well, can't put it back now. I wish I had a better understanding of how this thing goes together. Come on. I am hitting hard on... That is just the top of this motor here. I really don't want to mess this up. Okay. Curiouser and curiouser. There is some lubricant way up here where I didn't put any. Let's kind of clean up our grease here. Thinking it might be an issue of, I don't know, maybe this right here. It's hard to say. This little motor just slide up out of here. It is in there pretty well, so I don't want to try to yank that out of there. I'll try our okay. Looks like our motor doesn't want to go. You see that? It moves part of a rotation and then stops. It is free moving all the way around here. Well, could be our commutator. We might have pooched it up. So, no hurt getting this out. We're going to try to get down in here and this is so not the ideal tool to do this with. I just want to get in here. See, we got a little bit of carbon off that. Just want to get down in here and try. Just using tiny little scrapes. And that's it. Maybe we shouldn't have left well enough alone. Alright guys, it is probably an hour, if not 90 minutes later. Remember when I got in here and lifted this thing up to sneak a little grease in there? Well, there was a reason why I really couldn't understand the thermal paths of this thing. There are, on each side of the motor here, two thin little pieces of like hard plastic cellophane. It almost looks like really thick Kapton tape to electrically isolate. When we jimmied this up and then put it back down, one of the little pieces folded over instead of going straight up in the tiny little gap between here. What that allowed this to do was jump connectivity from this thing to the engine mount, which once you get in this thing and take it all apart and see the little sleeves of plastic in there, it makes sense as to the way that the power flows. But this stuff is so tight in here as far as tolerances and stuff goes that it makes it really hard to put back together. So after a bunch of trial and error, fiddling around, jimmying this in here to make sure that the little pieces of plastic weren't getting bent over, but they were sliding it up in that impossibly tight gap when I put the top shell back on. Well, get down to our wheels here. You see we have light and action. So we're going to put this thing back together. That down there like that. We're going to spread these apart. Click. This thing is kind of dirty. I would like to clean it, but let's get her down here on the electrical test track here. I say electrical, it's all electrical. I'm talking about the higher voltage. All right. Oh, come on. Stand by. Let me get the flashlight out. It feels like there's a tough spot in this. Like I can't turn this past here. Turn it back, then it hits a tough spot. I wonder what that is. Something in the gears? They look fine, and I don't know how I could get these out of here. This is one cast piece. Did they? Alright guys, I'm going to pause this and see if I can come up with anything. Okay guys, if anyone wants to buy me one of those little in-scale plastic railers that Kato makes that just slide down here and you can just roll your stuff on and rail it, shoot me an email to yousawitonline@gmail.com so I don't have to keep looking with the flashlight here to make sure I'm on the rails. The switching layout has that built into one of the sections. Anyway, power. It goes forward. It goes back. It goes forward fast. It loses connectivity. It goes backward fast. Whew. So, probably need to clean the wheels up a little bit. The track isn't very clean. I've been running lots of stuff around here lately. So, I'm going to call this a win. I'm probably going to clean this up a little bit because it's a little bit dingy, just dusty. This is going to make you laugh, but this is the locomotive that I bought this this pack of 4 off of trains.com for. I've always wanted a Centennial unit, so yay. Went with a Bachmann. What a great choice. Anyway, that is going to do it for this one. I want to thank you for joining me on Trains with Shane on the I Saw It Online YouTube channel. Give this video a thumbs up, comment, tell me how much you hate Bachmann, or if you're a Bachmann fan, let me know. I've got one of their newest offerings, GP40 in N-Scale. It's also on my channel. I did a review. It runs fantastically. But, you know, it's new, not 40 plus years old like this one is. Actually 30. This is probably in the mid-30s as far as age goes. But, hey, it's working. So, I will see you guys later. And here she is running around the circle track around the workbench. Noisy. But I have heard that that is pretty common with these Metal Gear Bachmanns. So, at least she's rolling pretty consistently. Back the power down a little bit. Uh-oh, slowing. She does not like to crawl, but it is only a 3-pole straight wound motor, so can't really ask for too much. But anyway, the old girl's running the N-scale rail once more, so with that we will call it a day.